Hi, are you here? Because I taught at the Academy of Computer Science. I've been retired for 4 years, and I taught computer science at the Academy. What rank are you? I'm done. I'm done.
Should Danny, when he introduces us, say all our names? No.
No, we can introduce ourselves when we
Okay.
Yeah, we're each going to speak briefly.
All right, so we're not
Our
gonna
names are all there.
So we're not going to, we won't stand up before
What? Now?
as a group now.
No.
No. Would you?
Okay, I think we'll get started.
But Karen, at the end of the pieces, we stand
My
up.
name is Danny Shea. I'm a member of the Temple, past president. We want to welcome all of you and thank you so much for braving the cold to come hear beautiful music. This is the second of our series. The next concert will be April 6th. So as it says on your program, so please mark that down. I think our musicians will. Sharon, do I need a mic?
Oh, yeah, and then you.
I'll speak louder. How's that?
So then it doesn't go into the system, so you need to turn on the mic.
Kobe will be our technical assistant here.
Here it is, in your hand.
Okay. Does that work better? Yes. Okay. Once again, thank you again for coming out on this frigid weather. We really appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy the concert. I think the musicians will have something to say before each of the pieces to kind of introduce them. So they will introduce themselves at the same time. And I think without further ado, as I mentioned before, as it says on your program, the next concert is Sunday, April 6th. So mark that on your calendar now, and hopefully the weather will be more cooperative then than it is today. So once again, thank you for coming and enjoy.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. So the first piece we're going to play, I'm Rick Shapiro, by the way, clarinet, and all our bios are in the program, so I'm not going to bore you with all that stuff. The first piece we're going to play is by Eric Uwezen, and it's a programmatic piece, which means that the composer is trying to evoke certain images in your mind. And so it would be similar to like a John Denver singing about country roads in West Virginia, or the skies on fire in Colorado for our wonderful sunsets. But for an instrumental program, the composer, it's a different skill. He has to try and get that image without any words. So I have a little anecdote to tell you. Before we moved out here in 2018, the summer before, we were coming out every year from about 2012 to visit our son, who was going to law school up in Boulder. So we're getting to know the state. But in 2017, we did a little tour around, big circle, going out to Glenwood Springs and down and around. And it was a gorgeous trip. And we went by a river and the rapids going through and seeing all of the flowers and stuff. And a few months after we had gotten back to New Jersey, a summer group that I've been doing up in New Hampshire, in Vermont, we were figuring out what music we were going to be doing the following summer. And someone had suggested this quintet by Erica Wazen, and I had never heard of them, didn't know anything about the music. I listened to the quintet, and I said, oh my God. I said, that could be the river that we had driven by. It just, the image that piece made on me, it was so strong. When I read about it, and I said, that was the river that we saw. And so for me, he was able to evoke those images. Hopefully, you'll see some of those images too. And he talks about it in the program notes. You can read about it.
Is this test, test, test? There we go. Takes a while to hit. Well, I'm Monica Ding. I'm on the oboe back here, and we're nice and snuggy back there with the space heaters, and I hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for braving the Arctic wall. You guys are hardcore Coloradoans, and you all get a gold star for being here. So thank you so much. The next piece that we're going to be playing, I'm sure that so many of these pieces, including the first one, is inspired by our natural surroundings. And we all moved here and we lived here because of, number one, the environment. Isn't it beautiful where we live? The nature, the mountains, the woods, the rivers, everything. And this next piece is no exception. Miss Amy Beach, she was the very first American composer to write anything very substantial, like the first orchestral piece, as you'll read in your notes. But did you know that she spent the latter part of her lifetime at an artist colony up at the MacDowell Colony, which is founded by the MacDowells back in 1908, if I'm not mistaken. And it was built by funds from Carnegie, among many others. And Mr. MacDowell's longtime wish was to keep this artist commune alive, to have so much inspiration for artists all around the world to come. So to this day, it is still thriving in New Hampshire, in Petersboro, and it accepts about over 300 applicants every year to stay and to thrive and create amazing pieces of work. Now, this Pastoral was Miss Beach's only woodwind quintet piece that she's ever written for this genre, and it's her penultimate piece that she wrote at the colony right before her health was declining. And so I would like to think that just being in beautiful surroundings and surrounded by wonderful, supportive, and like-minded community and artists spurred her to create such a beautiful piece. I hope you enjoy Pastoral.
Okay, I'm Karen Shapiro, for those of you who don't know me. And still Karen Shapiro for those of you who do. And again, thank you all for being here. And I want to just thank my amazing musicians here, my amazing musicians. All right, so we are about to play Samuel Barber's Summer Music. As JJ pointed out to me last year sometime, Barber composed this as he was commissioned by the Detroit Chamber Music Society to write a piece for their 10th anniversary. Now, our benefactor, your great-grandmother, yes, Ruth Schnee, she was on the founding board of that Chamber Music Society. So we just love that association, of course. And it was originally supposed to be written for 3 woodwinds, 3 strings, and piano. And Barber, being very preoccupied composing his opera Vanessa, which is absolutely gorgeous. If you've never heard it and you have an opportunity to see or hear this opera, do. It's not performed very often. And so it wasn't composed in 1954, but later that year he became acquainted with the New York Woodwind Quintet and became very fascinated with their sound and the combination of these very special instruments. And so that's why this eventually was written for this combination, the Barber Summer Music. And he worked on it for a number of years, working on sketches with the New York Woodwind Quintet, and then put together a piece that was performed in 1957 in Detroit for the Detroit Chamber Music Society. And then he evidently rewrote it a little more, and it got performed a lot more. And now it is a standard for this arrangement of instruments. Also not performed that often. And so it is our distinct pleasure to play it for you now. Summer music being a reference to summertime, and in Barber's own words, it's not to be considered program music, but it has no particular scene or event in mind. Rather, the music, particularly in its slower sections, expresses the relaxation and ease characteristic of summertime, which of course we all would love. I hope you all feel the warmth. And it's supposed to be evocative of summer, as I put in the program, summer meaning languid, not killing mosquitoes. There are very languid sections, and then there can be some chaos. Perhaps it was a summer storm, some thunder and lightning. In Michigan, on the east. Yeah.
Short intermission.
Yeah, 10 minutes. I mean, it's nice. We only have 2. Huh? Oh,
Karen.
yes, I did. Oh, well,
All my
that's,
degrees.
oh, that's very cool.
Although summer of '72, I taught information science at IU.
Nice job. Beautiful solos.
Monica, too. Yes. Such a relief.
How interesting. Very, very technical.
Yes.
Very good.
Yep.
Just see, this is too low. Okay, he brought the board.
Oh, I took.
The ways in?
Yeah, the very first.
Yep.
My brother and sister-in-law lived right
On the Roaring Fork.
on the Roaring Fork. And I could just, I know one reading someone, I could just feel that. And then I actually got
He
to
drove
know
Florida died.
White Rapids on the Colorado and just, I could feel that again. So good.
Yeah, he's, for the imagery that he's able to get.
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing. Great.
Thank you.
Oh, who's the princess?
wanted to come and meet you.
Wow, you look so beautiful.
You're both
We match. Yay, very good color.
All right, how are you?
How cool. Did you like her? Yeah? What's your name?
Well, it's
Hazel?
with
So
this.
beautiful.
This stuff is working still because I can't do anything about it. And this is
Perfect age. Such a good audience.
Well, with the weather too, does that make it?
I practice a lot for this.
Yeah, Karen, I talked to Karen. She said it takes some hard music. Sounds
Such a, yeah. I
Do you know any of this stuff?
That's right.
I'm not really.
What's your name again? Susan. Susan. That's
But
right.
I haven't gone to a lot of
Kindred's good.
I had a woodwind quintet. Yeah, we were together 10 years.
We gotta get it out. Have you been oiling it?
Artists International.
You want me to like give it a good
Help get us some.
clean oil adjust?
But we played a lot of stuff. None of this. Well, actually, the barber.
I just started
I
taking.
might have heard that
We
one.
had done, and that was the last time I played that, 1982.
So that like gave me the confidence to rip apart my own oboes.
But
Everything
the
off,
Coleman,
clean
which
everything,
I think we did
re-oil.
some arrangements in flute player, right? This
A lot harder.
And then make sure
the
all the
arrangements.
pads are adjusted.
Although Erin's doing a good job. Maybe you want to
Play it again. You could do that.
There's a lot of people now.
Really? Yeah.
When I first started, there were 45, I think, when I was doing it. But this is beautiful. It's not better than you.
Well, I should give you a number.
I shouldn't say that, but
Is this your first concert you come to?
it is. I know you're going to. She's going to
Karen, is this? Text or call anytime.
The acoustics in here are pretty good, aren't they? I mean, it's
Oh,
nice
you
to be able to
singing
play
there?
real soft and feel like it's
That
still
last
going.
mass was so beautiful. It was hidden. I never heard it before. And it's like, this is gorgeous.
Monica actually.
Not that like singing. The choir, you're going to doing Deborah Teskey's.
I got to hear that.
Oh, you got to see him? I haven't seen him today.
this work. I'm gonna change to the next hour.
So your horn is a little different here.
The barrels, most people don't use the barrels that come with the instruments. Does barrel makers, and there's some that have, they actually get thicker, and they charge you like $500 just for a barrel like that. I don't know. If I was still playing all the time, maybe I would go for it. They do seem, because it's based on the 12th. The octave, the 12ths aren't quite right pitch-wise, and that barrel seems to adjust that issue a little bit. So when you don't have, then you have to do a little bit more.
I just thought I'm looking at my sister playing
Don and Susan. Danny.
different than hers. That's as much as I know on the clarinet. You know. Yeah.
Great seeing you.
See you. Yeah.
It's a hard time to make friends on that.
Thank you. I'm going to say hi to her.
How are you? How do you know about this? Karen and Rick are friends of mine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Played in the choir together.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. They stuck with Rick all the time. I do. Yeah, I played next to Rick all the time.
I'm so glad that the Shapiros give us this opportunity to pretty.
It's gonna be loud and bright.
You know that baby?
Yeah.
I understand he's related to you.
He's related. So cute. He's so good. He's only 10 weeks old. Is this his first concert?
Yeah,
Of course.
of course. What do you think?
Some babies get Mozart.
This baby gets Coleman.
Only the modern classics.
The first note really doesn't matter.
Do you want to get everybody back?
I don't know if everybody is.
I don't know if this is on.
Are we all back? One person.
That's okay.
All right, well, we'll just start introducing the next piece.
The next piece on our program is an arrangement by Amani Wynn's horn player, Jeff Scott, and it's an arrangement of Astor Piazzolla's Oblivion. An Argentina tango composer, Piazzolla likes to layer traditional tango rhythms with rich lyricism in this somber piece. The opening of this piece almost resembles a dissonant Bach toccata. It's really interesting, and this leads into this very minor, dark, expressive melody. And the title Oblivion refers to a state of feeling forgotten and overlooked, which was Piazzolla's nod to the challenges of his adolescent years. And we hope you enjoy.
Thank you, Lauren.
Oh. Thank you.
No, sorry.
No, down.
This is down. Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Oh. Hello. So I'm JJ, I play the bassoon. Thank you all again so much for coming. We really appreciate that you're here. We worked so hard on this, and I also want to give a special thank you to Rick and Karen for just doing the lion's share of the work in organizing this. So we have one more, and I think we saved the best for last, in my opinion. That last piece was an arrangement by a member of the group called the Woodwinds, and they're multiple Grammy-nominated woodwind quintet, which is the closest the ensemble's ever gotten to being really recognized. And part of what makes this ensemble different also makes the Amani Winds so special. A woodwind quintet is made up of instruments that really don't blend. If you think about, you go to a rock concert and you hear electric guitar and piano, or if you go to a string quartet, you hear 4 strings, those instruments are all meant to blend, and our instruments are all meant to stick out. So the Amani Winds does with this these incredible arrangements that really features every instrumentalist as a solo. And we're going to hear that in the last piece called Tsigan. This piece takes its name from Ravel's Tsigan, which is a violin concerto that is symbolic of the Romani people, nomadic people. So the violin would play those kinds of melodies and the orchestra would accompany it. Those melodies are actually very similar to Jewish melodies, the kinds we'd find in synagogue services. So I think you'll enjoy a lot of the overlap there. You'll also enjoy tremendous solos from the upper winds and a lot of motor rhythmic solos from Lauren and myself. So I hope you enjoy Tsigan, and thank you again.
I just want to add our appreciation. I'm Beth Beyer. I am the chair of the program committee. Karen came to us a couple years ago and said, I have an idea. And that idea has grown. The music has brought us great joy. The amount of work that goes into putting on an afternoon like this cannot go unrecognized. Thank you for the wonderful program notes, Karen. Selecting amazing, amazing music. And I think we do appreciate, this was hard. They really put so much into it. And I love the part that we added that each of you introduced one of the pieces of music to get to know you. Some of you have been here before, and we love to welcome you back. You've all been here before, and we welcome you back. So it was a very wonderful afternoon, and we appreciate it. I think we're all leaving a little warmer than we were when we came in. Join us for some wine and cheese and coffee and tea, and celebrate our musicians. Please take another bow.
An encore? No. He said, should we do the summer music again for an encore?
No, I was saying Francais, which is
Oh,
it's hard to put together.
Is any of this?
I really enjoyed it. The little,
Thank you so much for making it so fun.
it sounds very pleasant.
Wasn't that something, huh? He wrote that himself.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah, that was, the cadenza was his.
Sax.
That cadenza you wrote?
That was a cadenza.
Yeah, I made that up.
Oh, that's great.
So I play the piano, and my music is much more complicated than this.
Well, you have to play so many lines. Oh, God.
You modified to make it.
Did you do the? Was that
Well, it says short gypsy violin-like cadenza. And
your choice, huh?
and you make it up, and I listen to, there are a couple of YouTubes of people playing. They played more on the klezmer side, and because we were in here, I thought it would probably be appropriate.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good. It's very good.
Considering that I'm not a real klezmer player, you know, I
have a second career.
but
I
it's
was on the edge of my seat through that whole thing.
That was great.
That was
And I never, you know, when I was working, I never got say more twice.
Because we were talking about klezmer music before, and you said unless it's written down, you can't play it. Isn't that what you said?
I have to work out something. If there's a melody, then I can improvise on the melody. But I couldn't go and do a klezmer band job, you know, a club day,
Right.
because I don't know all the tunes.
Right. Well, that's fair enough, but still.
Was Valerie Coleman the one who wrote the Black National Anthem piece? Of every voice?
Lift every voice and sing.
Yeah,
That one?
Did she write that?
I don't know.
Oh, I'll look it up.
Yeah, she might have.
Because I heard a Woodwind quintet play a piece by her last week, the Epic group with Sarah Gavasova. They played it.
She's written
That's what they play.
quite a bit of stuff for all different instrumentations. She's done symphonies.
Oh, oops, okay. Got it.
Keep the musicians from freezing?
Yeah, now we're moving it to up.
Did we give you a special accommodation?
What?
A special accommodated acknowledgement? Do we do that for warming this place up?
Should've.
Thank you, Kobe.
Well, that was fun.
Was that fun?
He seemed to like it.
Huh?
He seemed to like it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Yeah. I think it might have been the oboe that was getting
Getting it, yeah. Don't. The snake charmers.
Yeah. Exactly. That was super fun. I was gonna say playing all the Ophir got you ready for this one, huh?
It didn't hurt.
Yeah. That was cool.
But it was funny. I felt like what I was doing was fairly different from what Ophir's,
Yeah.
the klezmer stuff that I did in his piece.
Yeah. Well, this one I think it sounded more gypsy.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. I was just trying to stay in the key. At the end, I had water. I was doing some trills. Yeah, so they were coming out funky pitch.
I didn't know this.
You didn't? No.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, good.
No, I mean it's kind of. I guess it kind of goes with the style.
With the
It
style.
did slide because you know you're sliding around anyway,
Yeah.
intentionally.
She fantastic.
I've never seen a horn player so relaxed.
That's why I say she's not going to last.
She auditioned for the Philadelphia Orchestra, and she made, I think, the third round. I was there. But I mean, that's a major step up from what she's doing. Yeah, but she should get an orchestra. Yeah.
She's how old? Well, let's see ya. Let you finish cleaning up.
Okay.
I spilled my water. Oops.
Oh,
Great, beautiful cadenza.
I had some water in the ending of the.
I had lots of water in
And
my
the
mug.
pitches were coming out funky.
It's like eternal water in the octave key. It wouldn't go away.
Well, this is. That was a lot of work.
I know.
That was excellent. Excellent. Thank you. I could tell you guys had accounts and all that stuff you got to do in music.
A lot of
It
concentration.
was just too much. Excellent. Especially the last piece. Oh,
It's. When I heard it, I was thinking, wow, what a piece. This would be great to play, but man, it's going to be a lot of work. do we want to put in?
well, I was just amazed at all the entrances you guys have. in some non-syncopated time, you just all come in. You just obviously you've practiced it a couple of times.
Yeah, I think we had three, maybe four rehearsals. We did one. We did a rehearsal. I think before Christmas, just to get an idea how much we were going to need, and then we scheduled 3 the past week.
Good stuff. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wonderful.